Welcome into the Convocation Center in Athens, Ohio, on the campus of Ohio University as we get set for a OHSAA Boys Division II Regional Semifinal as the Waverly Tigers come in with a record of 21-4. SOC 2 champs this year, taking on the McClain Tigers, who come in at 17-3. They are the winners out of the Frontier Athletic Conference. Thanks for joining us on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. I'm Jacob Wise, along with John Bruce, and DC Daly will chime in a little bit here and there as well as we get this thing going tonight. We expect a good one. These two teams, you would think, John, with the history of these two teams, that this would be a matchup that we've seen recently, but it hasn't been. For McClain, it's their first district title in 17 years. That's 2005. I was still in high school, and that seems like a lifetime ago. Waverly Tigers, their first district title since 2012. They beat Jackson 81-50 last Friday to get here tonight. McClain coming off of a win 53-41 over Sheridan on Saturday to get here. As to give the starting introductions for the Waverly Tigers, it'll be Mark Stoley, 5'8 senior guard, along with Hudson Kelly. Trey Robertson will do all the majority of the scoring, I should say. 5'11 senior guard, the all-time leading scorer in Pike County history. Wade Futhy, a 6-foot senior guard, and Will Futhy, a 6'5 senior forward. For the McClain Tigers, they look like this for Coach Joby Stewart. Preston Saunders, a 5'11 senior guard, will go out with Bryson Badgley, a 6'3 senior wing, as well as Braden Wright, a 6'3 senior post. Kendall Toney, a 6'4 senior wing, and Wesley Potts, a 6'4 senior post. Badgley, by the way, just scored his 1,000th point against Washington Courthouse in the district semifinal, game that he scored 34 points, had 11 boards with a double-double. Meanwhile, Trey Robertson for the Waverly Tigers scored his 2,000th point in that win over Jackson on Friday to win the district title, as he scored 30 in that one, and he had 30 against Warren in the district semi. So keep an eye out for number 4 in the dark gray with the orange trim, Trey Robertson. He is on a tear as usual.
Yeah, in that first half is when he got those points. He needed 23 coming into the game. Got that in the first half. He got to 24 in the first half. He can do it in a variety of ways. McClain's got a bunch of different dudes they can throw at him, try to slow him down defensively. But if you try to put likewise size with him, you really got to get into him deep, because if not, he can knock you down from deep. But if you try to get into him too much, he can still blow by you. He had 7 assists in their win over Warren, and I believe he had 6 assists in their win over Jackson, a game where he did not play the entire game.
Now, Waverly, a run-and-gun type team. They like to shoot the three. They had 12 in the district title win. And we are underway, ready to go at the Convo for this Boys Division II Regional Semifinal. Both teams here for the first time in a long time, as the McClain Tigers will get the opening possession here off the tip. Trying to work around the perimeter here, and a step-back jumper on the way.
Bryson Badgley knocks it down.
Bryson Badgley from way outside.
FAC Player of the Year.
Robertson across the lane. Out for Futhy for 3, trying to answer, but it's short. Great rebound. Nobody can find the handle, and finally Robertson comes away with it. Hudson Kelly trying to survey and direct traffic with the off-ball hand. Stoley will reset the play here as Toney comes out to guard. Back around to the right side, Stoley. Back up top. Fake from Robertson. Got shut off there. Good defense from McClain.
Really good closeout by Preston Saunders there. Picking up the play and then not leaving his feet on the closeout. Very important.
Robertson looking for a little give and go there on the outside. And again, McClain prides itself on the strong defense they play. Here's a long 3, too strong from Robertson. Big offensive rebound by Will Futhy. In traffic, puts it in.
Will Futhy he only gets 1 rebound credited to him there, but kept the other one alive. That's what McClain's got to keep him off the glass tonight if they want to win this game.
1-point lead for McClain. A runner from Toney goes.
Kendall Toney, the smooth lefty, has really came on the last couple of years after being a JV kid. His first couple of years showing that you don't have to be varsity from day one to really contribute for a really good team.
Absolutely. Always good to see guys move up throughout the year, end up being able to contribute. Ball handed off. Down low, let the traffic go by, and Saunders with 2.
Nice job running the break by McClain.
Stoley tried to go right back down the floor in transition, had to dump it out, and now Waverly has to reset. Stoley. Trey Robertson looking for his first points tonight. 7-2, McClain in front early. Robertson from way downtown, too strong. And the rebound fought for, and Futhy comes down with it. Waverly gets another look. Stoley thought about it there. Thought better of it.
And remember, when you're looking at the court, the white line is the high school line, and both of Robertson's threes have been well beyond the black.
Wonder how much that messes with you as a player, not used to having both lines there. Kind of see it out of your peripheral vision. Futhy for the jumper, no. And on the end line was Wade Futhy as he was trying to pull in that board.
Yeah, the big thing we thought, McClain really hits the offensive boards hard. Waverly's doing it as well. They just have not been very successful so far.
Waverly going to put a little bit of pressure on here. 5 minutes left here in this opening quarter. 7-2 McClain. Tony, the step back, nice move there, but decided not to go for the shot. Looked like he had an open look for a moment. McClain being patient, back to Tony, the left hand rattles home.
Nice give and go from Wesley Potts, and that's for the lefty. Tony finishes strong.
4 now for Kendall Tony. It's 9-2 McClain. Waverly trying to get things going. You got a feeling, though, that once the Waverly Tigers get into a little bit of a rhythm, the points can come quickly. Open for 3. That one just a little off the mark from Trey Robertson. If Trey's not hitting, Waverly can be in some trouble.
Yeah, I'd like to see Robertson try to get going off the dribble to kind of open things up for himself that way, because he's just as dangerous going off the dribble as he is from deep.
Looking inside here. Badgley off the glass. No. Good putback attempt. And a foul called as Braden Wright tried to knock that one back off the glass. They'll go to the line for a pair.
The McClain Tigers had started off 4 for 4. So on their first miss, of course, they do get the offensive rebound that, a lot of people had thought is the biggest thing that McClain needs to do.
2 shots.
Braden Wright at the free throw line for 2. And knocks the first one down for his first point. Right now, McClain is shooting 80% from the field. They've not missed a three-point attempt. They have one. And Waverly right now shooting 16.7% from the field. Second one goes down for Wright.
Wright missed his.
And a timeout here. Sorry, John, for Waverly. We'll take a quick break here as well. You're watching the boys high school basketball tournament on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week, presented by Willie & Son Trucking, each week at sosaohio.com. Tonight's live stream on Southern Ohio Sports Authority is brought to you in part by the Waverly Tigers, who would like to thank all the businesses and individuals who have helped them out this postseason.
Out of the timeout, Waverly trying to find some rhythm, down 11-2. 3:44 left in the opening quarter. From the corner, Trey Robertson hits for the first time tonight. Big three there.
For as good of a defensive team as McClain is, that's Robertson's 4th three. None of them have been super contested.
Yeah, so he had 4 of them in that win over Jackson on Friday. There's a nice step back look from Tony, but too strong. Good rebound in the corner from Wesley Potts to run it down. And McClain with a reset here.
Potts and Wright were gigantic in the district on just getting offensive rebounds, and they've already started that way.
Working the lane, Badgley off the glass, just rolled off the front. And some fancy footwork there from Will Futhy. The McClain fans wanted a whistle. Open look in the corner, just short from Braylon Robertson. And the Tigers with 4 white jerseys there in the paint to pull down the rebound.
Yeah, good job on the break there, finding Bray Robertson in the corner. He just can't connect. He was one, I believe he hit 3 threes in that district final game.
Yep, he had 3 of them, or he had 4 of them as well.
4?
Yeah. So there's 8 of the 12 between the 2 Robertsons in that game. Amazing thing, they hit 12 threes in that game, and I think they made, 13 twos in that game? They almost made as many threes as they did twos. Pretty impressive performance in that one.
Yeah, that game was over in the first 3 minutes.
Tony
Nice defense.
working on Robertson. Got shut off there. And Saunders will reset for McClain. 2.5 left here in the first quarter. 11-5. McClain.
Going to be close to a 5-second.
Yeah, good defense out front there by Mark Stully.
I think in that timeout, Coach Robertson really just said, guys, we got to start playing defense. Because they were a little lax in that first 4 minutes.
Making things a little bit tougher here on McClain. Trying to go inside the Potts and a turnover. Haven't seen a lot of that yet in this game. Another 3 on the way, and that one goes down for Braylon Robertson.
Nice job in the break. Once again, that's where if Trey gets inside, he can make a lot of things happen. Finds his brother on the outside or buries the 3.
Tony caught in a trap, has to heave it down low. Potts there, and he puts it in.
Great pass. Nice job fighting through the traffic by Potts.
Quick 3 back the other way. Robertson knew it was short when he let it go. Great rebound by Futhy underneath, and the putback.
Futhy with 4 boards already to go with his 4 points.
You know, Travis Robertson telling his team during this playoff run, you're not here to survive, you're here to dominate. Slow start here, but we'll see what they can do adjustments-wise. They've ratcheted up the pressure a little bit after that timeout.
Yeah, and it's worked really well throughout the postseason against teams that haven't had great guard play. It's a lot of contact. McClain with really good guards.
Working inside, back out. Saunders, and now Tony. Tony will just settle for the long 3. Almost got the bank, but it rattles out. And Stully the rebound for Waverly. Ahead to Trey Robertson with the drive. Dish, Braylon Robertson buries it.
And that one was real deep.
It's amazing how the 3 can get you back into it. We're tied at 13 with 34 seconds left here in this first quarter. Waverly again with some pressure here. And McClain able to break it. Oh, nearly. They threw it away. Trey Robertson with the takeaway and a reach in from behind there. And a foul called on Bryson Badgley.
The only thing I'll say about that, Badgley is a physical player. So just kind of giving away a foul there might be something Coach Stewart doesn't love, but it probably takes away 2, maybe 3 points for Trey on the fast break.
There is such a thing as a good foul.
Yeah. But Kendall Tony's kind of limping off right now for the Tigers, and that's for the McClain Tigers.
Yeah.
And that could be a concern.
We got a battle that Joe Exotic would be proud of tonight.
We'll see who the real Tiger King is tonight.
Absolutely. Waverly will hold, looking like for the last shot here this first quarter. Robertson, a moving screen. I think they got Braylon Robertson with that one.
If you've been to a Waverly game, you hear coaches yelling for moving screens a lot. So, and they're really smart with their screens because they kind of do rub screens where they're not.
It's not obvious.
Yeah, they're not barreling into people.
Clock at 3, 2, 1. Badgley will have to let it go.
Yep,
an offensive foul.
And that's kind of what I mean. He's a very physical player. Trey does a great job of just sliding over in front, letting him run him over.
Second foul on Bryson Badgley. 0.4 left. John, what's the rule? You have to catch and lob it here. Waverly will just let it run out, and it's 13 all after 1 quarter of play. We expected a good one. Waverly with a slow start, but we're knotted at 13. Second quarter after this on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Mike Glockner from the Glockner family of dealerships. With all the traveling that you're going to be doing this holiday season, we made servicing your vehicles as easy as possible. With our new online scheduling tool, you can schedule your oil change in less than 60 seconds. Visit Glockner.com, select Schedule Service, select the services that you need, and pick your arrival time. We'll even send you a text reminder. It's that simple. Have a great season.
Live coverage of tonight's game is made possible in part by Roman Family Healthcare, a full-service family practice in urgent care located in Greenfield and proudly supporting Southern Ohio Sports Authority and the McClain Tigers. For more information about Roman Family Healthcare, call 937-981-2880 or visit romanfamilyhealthcare.com.
Yeah. Start of the second quarter here at the Convo. You know, we are experiencing a few network issues here at the arena.
Yeah, in that first quarter, McClain shoots 55.6% from the field. Waverly 41.3%, but hits 3 deep threes to tie this game up.
If you can stick with us here through halftime, we'll try to see if we can't figure something out to shore up that internet connection for the second half. Entry pass there taken away by Tony, who fortunately for McClain back in the game. It's a little limp in his step there at the end of the first quarter. There's a quick turnover, and it'll go right back. Went off the leg of Mark Stully.
Yeah, good job in transition there by Bryson Badgley to just kind of mess with the ball there. Not foul Stully, but give him some something to think about on his drive.
Waverly kind of sticking with that full court pressure, not the big press, but at least making McClain do a little bit of work to get it across.
Yeah, with McClain doesn't play a lot of guys, so put a lot of pressure on them, make them work really hard.
Tony out front. Badgley working on Trey Robertson. 2 prolific scorers there.
And Badgley's played with some injuries throughout his career, so that's why he just got to 1,000 points.
Hey, he missed almost all of last year with an ankle injury.
Yeah, but he's been outstanding since he was a freshman. Just a little different player than Trey.
He had 13 and 6 in the win over Sheridan on Saturday. Here's a long 3 from Tony.
Nice job by Tony to come right back and knock that 3 down.
McClain back in front by 3. Mark Stully. Looking down low, has to kick back out. Trey Robertson. Saunders out to guard.
That's super deep.
Wide open for a long 3, too strong.
Good job by Penn Morrison.
Able to keep possession, and Stully can't get the layup to go. And Robertson shot that 3 from the McClain bench, didn't he?
Yeah.
We were talking during the break there that we're not sure that any of these 3s have been taken at high school range. They've all been the college range. Tony going to work on a double team. Braden Wright with the jumper, no. And Waverly gets it back down 3. 5:40 left here, first half. Robertson all the way.
Can't get through the contact on that, but good drive by Robertson. His first 2-point attempt of the day.
Just a little off the mark with the left hand, and a steal there, and a stutter from Bryson Badgley. Rare mistake from him. We'll turn it back over to Waverly.
Now Badgley lost the ball to start the second quarter. Just kind of went and dried his hands off at the bench. Also, in the district final, he was losing the ball very often just because of that.
Will Futhy looking for someone to pass off to. Stully will take it. Futhy going back door to Robertson. No call on the contact.
Okay, they got
and
it.
Now a very late whistle. Yeah. The official right underneath looking at it didn't blow the whistle, and then the official standing near the McClain bench is the one who made the call.
Yeah, Braden Wright was there, had both hands up, just waited for the contact and took it, but it was a late call from the side where you think maybe Joe B might have had a little bit to do with that call.
I wonder if that official down under the basket maybe was screened off from seeing that play. Badgley pushing up the floor into a trap, and he has it taken out of his hand by Stully.
That's going to be his third.
And he picked up his 3rd foul. Still 5 minutes left here in the second quarter, and Bryson Badgley with 3 fouls.
Huge play. FAC Player of the Year. Probably going to be an All-Ohio player when that vote comes out with 3 fouls with 5:02 left in the half. Let's see if McClain can handle that.
Yeah, Trey Robertson, of course, for Waverly, All-Ohio first team last year, probably will be again this year. And Badgley, like you said, probably All-Ohio this year for his efforts.
Yeah, he had a chance to be Player of the Year last year, but there's Malachi Branham. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he ended up being Mr. Basketball.
Stoley. Braylon Robertson, just off the side short there. And a big rebound underneath by Seth Wise. 4.5 left here, first half, 16-13. McClain in front. They've led from pretty much jump. Waverly got it to tie at 13-13 at the end of the first quarter. But nearly 4 minutes here in this second quarter, and Waverly hasn't scored a point. And there's a lot of contact there that gets no whistle. Waverly comes away with it. Robertson finally puts down the first Waverly point of the second quarter.
Yeah, and Trey probably got away with a push-off there. Could have been his second in transition, but buries that jumper.
McClain fans very upset. Nice crowd here, really, from both teams. Sometimes you see these Convo games, and the lower kind of portion, that they don't have the seats on the floor, obviously, out, but the lower portion here will be pretty well packed, and you don't see many in the uppers, but quite a few up in that second level all the way around here tonight.
Yeah, I got here about 5:20, and parking was a little more difficult.
Yeah.
So, big crowd, 2 great fan bases here, really supporting their teams, and I'm sure that if you wanted to commit a crime in Greenfield or Waverly tonight, you might be able to get away with it, just because of how many people are here from both places. And like you said, McClain hadn't been here in 17 years. They have a great basketball tradition, and not being to the regionals in that long, they're definitely hungry.
Out of the timeout here. McClain still by 1, 16-15, inside 4 to play here first half.
And McClain's going to definitely get pressured here by Waverly. Well,
Wise found a seam, and he lays it in with the right hand.
I was about to say someone from McClain has to step up and score besides Tony here, because Waverly will just gobble the ball, and you just got to take advantage of what you have here.
Waverly has to be excited to play here for a few minutes with Badgley on the bench with those 3 fouls. Robertson going to work. Nice fake, and he gets the jumper to go.
Yeah, Trey, when he gets going downhill, really effective. I would look to see if Coach Stewart puts Preston Saunders back in the game.
Lost the handle to Tony, and he's on the floor, and he draws a foul from Braylon Robertson. He'll pick up his second.
Yeah, Robertson, very physical player. Bad luck for him there, kind of rolled up on Tony. But he'd been doing a really good job using his chest to play really solid defense on Tony. It looks like they are going to get him. I wasn't sure if they were going to. Freshman, 6 points. 2 deep threes for the Waverly Tigers so far. Besides his brother, Trey, who has 7, Will Futhi with 4, those are the only 3 that have scored. Well, McClain has had contributions from 6 of the 7 that have gotten in the game so far for him.
Saunders for McClain will set things up. Inside 3 minutes to play here in the first half. McClain by 1. They've been able to hang on to that lead just barely here in this second quarter. Once they got it back, 13-13 all at the end of 1. Here's an open look for Wise. Nails the 3.
Big time play by Seth Wise.
And a quick one back the other way is short. A putback, no. Braden Wright in there with a bunch of Waverly players, and he draws the foul.
Yeah, Wright does a great job rebounding. Doesn't look super strong, but he's very long and very strong, despite being kind of skinny-ish for a big.
Yeah. Braden Wright, 6'3", the senior post, had 11 in the win over Sheridan, 10 in the win over Courthouse in the district semi. A nice little tournament run and little miscommunication there as Tony, I think, thought Wise was going to run the baseline, and he stayed out wide, and it's a turnover back to Waverly.
Yeah, I believe Dave Hopkins has not played basketball for quite a while, so he was not involved in that play.
21-17 McClain. 2:10 left here in the half. Waverly, after a slow start, has gotten back in and stayed in this game, but they haven't been able to take over yet. Here's an open look for three. Futhy, no.
Great box out.
Great box out underneath, but he couldn't find the handle. Waverly gets it back. And that one too strong from Robertson. And another offensive rebound. It's Wade Futhy again.
2 minutes.
Yeah, the Futhy's doing a really good job of rebounding the ball.
.138 and counting left here in the half. Robertson, the jumper, rattles home. How about that for a shooter's touch? He gets a 2.
Yeah, that dude's nasty. I mean, Preston Saunders playing really good defense there, but got on his heels for just a second, and Trey takes advantage of it.
Not much more Saunders could have done there. 9 points now for Robertson.
Man,
Pass inside, taken away.
good job by Hudson Kelly. McClain's got to get tighter with the ball. A lot of turnovers for the Tigers.
Stully fakes the 3. The runner off the glass, no. Another offensive rebound. Futhy gets it out. And the shot from Futhy, no. And Waverly another chance at it with 53 seconds left here in the half. Trey Robertson backs it out. Nice pass to the corner. Futhy, no. Finally, McClain pulls it down. Preston Saunders trying to run the floor, but he is not with the numbers. Has to dig it back out and reset. 38 seconds and counting.
Will Futhy with 8 rebounds, 7 offensive.
We had, 3 of that possession to it?
Yes.
Felt like. Inside 30 seconds now. McClain can be patient. Looking inside. Potts stacked up there. Good defense from Hudson Kelly. Tony wide open for the college 3. Could have stepped up but let it rip. And now a foul for McClain will send it back to Waverly with 16.9 left here in the half.
That's going to be Potts' first foul. Tony, it's just a time and score thing, just shooting from deep where they could have helped for the last shot. Now Waverly's going to have a chance to tie or take the lead.
You still wonder with the college line being the darker one, if that's the one you see, down in the corner of your eye. He kind of set up there like that's where he intended to be. He could have stepped up.
Yeah, look for that backdoor lob.
And the lob is there for Will Futhy.
Yeah, great pass by Stolly.
Half-court heave almost went, but it's wide, and we go to the break with McClain still right in it with Waverly. I was going to say ahead, but they were late on the scoreboard. 21 all. We were tied at the end of one. We're tied at the half. 21-21. We're going to step out for a few moments. We'll be back with the second half here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week, presented by Willie and Son Trucking, each week at sosaohio.com. Live coverage of tonight's game is made possible in part by Roman Family Healthcare, a full-service family practice in urgent care located in Greenfield and proudly supporting Southern Ohio Sports Authority and the McClain Tigers. For more information about Roman Family Healthcare, call 937-981-2880 or visit romanfamilyhealthcare.com.
Start of the second half here at the Convo. 21 all between McClain and Waverly. Again, we apologize for the internet issues we're having here tonight. We will upload the full broadcast from tonight in its entirety that's recorded locally, so you won't have to worry about buffering if you want to go back and watch it. But we're going to stick with it here, and hopefully we have a little better luck. McClain gets the first look at it here in the second half. Potts working on Kelly.
Yeah, it's good ball pressure by Waverly coming out of the half.
Tony trying to go inside. A little low for Potts. Almost lost it, but was able to snag it.
And McClain being very patient on the offensive end so far.
Badgley looking inside for Saunders. Had it tipped away, but McClain fortunate to hang on to it. Potts to Tony.
1:15 off the clock so far to start this half.
Remember Badgley playing with 3 fouls. Didn't play the end of that first half. That one bobbled by Wright, but able to hang on to it. Turn around, no. And a long possession goes with no points for McClain.
10th rebound of the game for Will Futhy.
Trey Robertson. Robertson into the corner. Lob inside for Futhy. Through traffic, puts it in. Had 6 in the first half, now at 8 points for Will Futhy, the senior forward.
Nice pass in from Stolley.
Lob ahead here, Potts. Waverly in the lead. It might be the first time the Tigers have had the lead tonight. They might have had one other early.
I
don't
believe
think
that's
so.
it. Yeah.
Saunders
It's been tied a few times.
into the first and at halftime, obviously. Potts ran over a man and he got called for the offensive foul.
Yep. Yeah, Trey Robertson takes his second charge of the game, showing all-around player. He's playing, like, really, if you're watching this game and you didn't think he was a good defense player, he's really taking over, trying to guard both Tony and Badgley and doing a pretty good job of it. And then his help side has been there multiple times to take charges.
Remember early in the game, McClain came out shooting 80%. They're down to 50%. Still pretty decent, especially as many threes that have been thrown out there. It's a long three that doesn't go for Waverly, and then the inbound attempt to keep it in off the side of the backboard. Waverly shooting 35.7%, 20% from three-point range. And those numbers a little lower than what we've seen since about the first 5 minutes of the game, where Waverly was shooting about 16%. They picked it up for sure.
Yeah, can't split that double team like that.
Double team with the steal. Stully can't get it to go, but did he get fouled?
Yeah,
He did.
I believe Saunders got him. He sensed that too on the way up. Yeah.
Team second.
Stolley will go to the line for 2. Hadn't scored tonight, but he's got 3 assists.
2 shots.
First one out of the way, rattles home. First points. Mark Stully, he's been a guy who can go into double figures on a night when needed. He had 2 in the win Friday against Jackson, but he had 10 against Warren in the district semi. So Stully kind of plays whatever role he needs to play on a given night. Makes both free throws there, and Waverly now up by 4, 25-21. They've got a little momentum here.
Yeah, Braylon Robertson and Penn Morrison make their return to the lineup.
Preston Saunders surveys. Badgley on the wing for 3, nails it with a hand in his face.
He's only got 6 points now, both threes. Really got to try to get him going.
He was really out of rhythm in that first half. He
had 5 turnovers in the half.
Seemed uncomfortable, turned the ball over, committed 3 fouls, missed the last few minutes of that first half.
Yeah, went to the bench with 5:02 left with his 3rd foul.
Inside 4.5 left here in the third. Robertson, little pass to the corner. Rattles in and out. Another rebound underneath for Will Futhy, and the putback has him in double figures with 10.
The best offense for Waverly has been just shoot it. Doesn't matter if it goes in because Will Futhy's going to get the rebound.
Futhy is the leading scorer in this game as Saunders knocks down a triple.
Yeah, Saunders has to do that because you can really sell out on Tony and Badgley. They got to have a 3rd scorer, and if Saunders can do it, that's going to be gigantic, tying this game.
Futhy to the wing as he tries to head back down low. Stully backing it back out. Tony out to guard. Penn Morrison got a quick look at it. Well, he had a great year on the football field. Turnaround jumper. Almost rattled home, but Trey Robertson not seeing the shots fall quite as often as he's used to. He's sitting on 9 points. He had 6 in that second quarter. Just the 1-3, that was in the first quarter. Tony finds an open man. Potts will dish.
Yeah, they're playing a triangle and 2 here, just face guarding the other 2 players. Face guarding Tony and Badgley.
Saunders finds Wesley Potts.
So you're playing really 3-on-3 here.
And now Tony out front. Braylon Robertson to guard him. Got him to pick up his dribble.
Yeah, the McClain faithful really not happy with that, but just good defense.
And Braylon Robertson at the bottom of your screen just face guarding Tony. Potts for 3, no. And Trey Robertson with the rebound for Waverly. Trying to get the lead back for 3. Stully, no. And Potts the rebound. 27 all.
Both teams kind of taking ill-advised shots there.
Potts trying to find somebody. Saunders on the wing. Thought about the 3. Great defense there by Stully. And now Tony will fire the 3. No. And a foul underneath will go on Wesley Potts.
It's his second. McClain, not a great three-point shooting team throughout the season. Has shot it well tonight. Is 4 of 9 from 3. But still, they want to try to get the ball moving to the basket, getting inside, and that's where they are most effective.
Still tied at 27. Minute 40 left here in the third. Out front, Morrison gives it away for Stully. Looking inside, Futhy there again. This time he didn't have to do the work for the rebound. He just got the pass and stuffed it in.
Yeah, he's got 12 points, 12 rebounds on the day.
12 now. He's been solid from the start. There's a good look inside as Seth Wise now with 7. He had a big 5-point second quarter.
Yeah, Wise 3 for 3 from the field. Big points off the bench for them.
Ties things back up, 29 all. 1 minute left here in the third. Again, the winner gets Heath Saturday here at 4 o'clock. Heath, a 47-44 winner in the first game tonight against Meadowbrook. Mark Stully gets it right back from Futhy. Robertson off the screen, working down low. Almost threw that one into his bench. Braylon Robertson there to grab it. Futhy through 2 defenders and he's stripped. Taken away by Braden Wright.
Good defense by Wright coming over in the help side. Not letting Will Futhy get up to the basket. See if McClain can hold for the last shot here. They were unable to do it in the second quarter.
Tony on the wing. Saunders working on Stully. Pull up 3. And couldn't quite knock that one down at the buzzer. And just like we were at the end of the first quarter and the end of the second quarter, we're tied 29 all between Waverly and McClain on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. Tonight's live stream on Southern Ohio Sports Authority is brought to you in part by the Waverly Tigers, who would like to thank all the businesses and individuals who have helped them out this postseason.
Hey, it's Mike Glockner from the Glockner family of dealerships. With all the traveling that you're going to be doing this holiday season, we made servicing your vehicles as easy as possible. With our new online scheduling tool, you can schedule your oil change in less than 60 seconds. Visit Glockner.com, select Schedule Service, select the services that you need, and pick your arrival time. We'll even send you a text reminder. It's that simple. Have a great season.
Getting set for the fourth quarter here. Both teams with 13 points in the first quarter. Both teams with 8 points in the second quarter. Both teams with 8 more in the third. 29 all as we go to the final frame here at the Convo in this D2 regional semifinal. Both teams already district champs. They've got the medals to prove it. And Waverly will get the first crack at it here in the fourth.
Yeah, Waverly with no fouls in that quarter, so they're going to keep being aggressive defensively.
McClain shooting 50%, 45.5 from three, and a jump ball here. We'll get it back to McClain.
Braden Wright with back-to-back really good defensive plays. I'm not sure if you credit that with a steal, but it should be because that gets them the possession back.
Crazy to look at it. Again, the 50% from the field for McClain, 36% for Waverly, but they've gotten all those offensive rebounds and second, third, fourth looks at it. That's what's kept them in the game. Big credit to Will Futhy, the way he's played tonight for the Waverly Tigers. Tony inside and one.
Yeah, Tony finally able to get a step on Braylon Robertson before Robertson could chest him up, because that's where Robertson's been super effective. And Tony gets that left-handed layup going. He had a couple really tough ones in the district play.
Braylon Robertson with his third foul. Tony looking for a three-point play, would put him in double figures. And no trouble there. No points for Kendall Tony in that third quarter. So it starts the fourth quarter with a bang. 32-29 McClain. Boy, Futhy almost fell down there looking for the lob, and he goes over the defender.
And the basket.
And he gets the foul.
Yeah, it looked like it was pretty well defended. That is, I will say, without a doubt, Waverly's favorite play is to get that backdoor lob. You know it's coming, but he's so athletic, and Mark Stoley throws a picture-perfect pass. There's nothing you can do defensively on that.
So Futhy had a chance at a three-point play to give him 15 tonight. He'll stay with 14 as he went a little strong there on the free throw attempt. There haven't been a ton of free throw attempts in this game. Not many fouls called.
Yeah, there's only 2 free throw attempts in the first half total. That's Bryson Badgley's first rebound of the game.
Tony lost it there, got it just before the sideline there. 1 minute gone here in this fourth quarter. Saunders working out front. Now Badgley handles, and Tony, the little shimmy, takes it to the rack for 2.
Yeah, when he gets going, he starts feeling it and really ignites this McClain team. 5 quick points to start the fourth.
Waverly was up by 4 before McClain came back and tied it at the end of the third. And now McClain up by 3. Robertson to tie. No. Futhy trying to get the rebound. He taps it to his teammate. It's Penn Morrison who comes down with it. Now Stully driving. Contact but no call. And the rebound underneath there by Braden Wright.
Well, Waverly just not shooting very well from the field. Nice job by McClain of securing that board.
Again, Waverly shooting just 36% from the field. Only 16.7 from three-point range. Here's a long three and missed everything short. And Saunders stepped on the end line as he was headed out to try to save that one. So Waverly gets it right back.
A lot of booing from the people that were not directly on the line like the official was right there.
A lot of folks in purple a little upset about that. Appreciate their passion for their McClain Tigers. Robertson steps through the defenders for 2.
Yeah,
He's into double figures.
Very tough rebound or layup there by Trey Robertson.
Not often does it take Trey Robertson until the fourth quarter to get to double figures. Tony kicked it. Good pressure there from Braylon Robertson, and he forces the turnover.
Yeah, they're not getting live ball turnovers to get layups. That's going to end up getting a timeout for McClain. They're not getting the live ball turnovers so much, but they are forcing a lot of uncomfortable possessions, bringing it up the court, no matter who's bringing it up.
5.5 left here in this game. It is 34-33 McClain. A quick reset of the scoring. Kendall Tony leading McClain with 12. 5 from Preston Saunders, 6 from Bryson Badgley, 7 from Seth Wise, and 2 each from Braden Wright and Wesley Potts. For Waverly, it's been Will Futhy tonight. 14 points to lead all scorers tonight. A lot of those off of second and third offensive rebounds on possessions. 11 from Trey Robertson, 6 from Braylon Robertson on a couple of threes in that first quarter. 2 from Mark Stully from the free throw line. And it's 34-33. McClain by 1 with 5:30 left here in the game.
Yeah, big possession here for McClain, or for Waverly. I almost just said the Tigers, but then that
would have been right.
Yeah, should have just went that way.
When in doubt, say Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers. Stully. And now Robertson will have a peek over to the sideline for some direction.
Look for a flare screen here.
Robertson working through the traffic. Finds a man in the corner. Morrison can't get it, and it is off of Waverly, out of bounds.
Yeah, good find by Trey Robertson there. Penn Morrison was a really good corner three-point shooter, unable to get it to fall that time.
Now, Waverly hasn't played the big press all night, but that full court kind of man-to-man, man zone has still caused a few fits for McClain from time to time. A couple turnovers they've been able to get. It's also not allowed McClain to enter into their half of the court with any kind of rhythm.
And once again, Waverly only one foul, so they can be very physical on the defensive end.
Oh boy, Bryson Badgley almost shot that one from the logo.
Almost from Gallipolis.
They're on the Ohio on the floor there. Tony back. That's a long possession here for McClain, trying to be patient with this 1-point lead. Just over 4 minutes left here in this game. Winner gets a trip to come back here against Heath on Saturday. The loser is done.
Yeah, these have been the two best teams in D2 all season.
A lob there to Badgley, had to go get it. Found right. Tall task there going against Futhy. That ball is all over the place. Finally, Futhy able to come away with it for Waverly.
That's his 14th board.
Trey Robertson for the lead. No call.
15.
Another rebound for Futhy, and he draws the foul. I don't think he was going up to shoot there, was he? Did they give it to him? Yeah.
Wow. The everyday shot while you're a foot off the ground, but
going back down after a rebound.
But he's officiated a lot of years, so he's seen people take all
Sure.
kinds of shots.
Yeah,
So.
I think we've seen some from Futhy tonight where he's gotten the rebound and kind of put it back in one motion. So Futhy missed his only free throw attempt. That was earlier this quarter on a three-point play. And that one off the side of the rim. Again, leading all scorers with 14 tonight.
He just doesn't look very comfortable shooting from the line.
And McClain, again, to keep harping on it, has shot the basketball much better than Waverly has tonight. But Futhy's offensive boards and putbacks are the reason that the Tigers, Waverly Tigers, are still in this game. And now tied at 34 with that make there. 15 now for Will Futhy.
Good job by McClain of breaking the pressure there.
Badgley thought he might get Saunders to flash open underneath there for a moment, but that was closed off quickly. And now Tony has the turnover and a timeout for Waverly as Will Futhy, who's done everything tonight for the Waverly Tigers, is laying on the floor and gets the timeout. We'll take a break. 3:10 left here in the fourth quarter. We're tied at 34 between Waverly and McClain. You're watching on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week, presented by Willie and Son Trucking, each week at sosaohio.com.
Hey, it's Mike Glockner from the Glockner family of dealerships. With all the traveling that you're going to be doing this holiday season, we made servicing your vehicles as easy as possible. With our new online scheduling tool, you can schedule your oil change in less than 60 seconds. Visit Glockner.com. Select schedule service, select the services that you need, and pick your arrival time. We'll even send you a text reminder. It's that simple. Have a great season.
Said we had bite.
Biden Network.
What'd he say?
3:10 left here, 34 all. McClain and Waverly. It's been a tight one from the start. McClain jumped out to a decent lead early as Waverly struggled to get their first handful of baskets. Since then, I don't think it's grown to any more than 4 or 5 points either way. We've been tied at the end of every quarter break, and we're tied at 34 with 3:10 left. Waverly got the steal and the timeout. A great effort play again from Will Futhy. Braylon Robertson, now Trey out front. Working on Saunders. Nice jump stop there down on the block.
I enjoy the fundamental art of the jump stop.
Saunders finds a wide open three. Long rebound, Badgley pulls it down, fires the three, knocks it down.
Nice job by Badgley to stay with it. That's only his second rebound, third made three.
Trey Robertson from the scorer's table. Guess what? Will Futhy with the rebound and a putback. 17 for Will Futhy.
Yeah, this dude's a monster.
Back out front, Saunders with the right hand. And a timeout for McClain.
Gonna be a full.
2:11 left here in the fourth. It is Waverly and McClain. A 1-point differential. McClain by 1. Back in a moment on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week, presented by Willie and Son Trucking, each week at sosaohio.com. Tonight's live stream on Southern Ohio Sports Authority is brought to you in part by the Waverly Tigers, who would like to thank all the businesses and individuals who have helped them out this postseason.
Yep.
2:11 left here from the Convo. 39-38. McClain with the lead after the big three. And then they got the timeout.
And McClain's gotten some help from like kind of unsuspected places. Preston Saunders, probably their third best scorer on the year, but he has 7 tonight. Seth Wise with 7 off the bench. Should be a good, fun last 2 minutes here.
Stoley will handle for Waverly. Trey Robertson for 3. A long one knocks it down.
Yeah, he was just going to keep shooting from deeper. And then he buries that one.
First 3 since the first quarter. Now with 15. 41-39 Waverly in front.
Yeah, excellent help down. You got to look to the corner there if you're going to try to get it inside one of those.
There's an open look for Wise. Just off the mark. McClain trying to get back quickly on defense.
McClain has 1 foul to give. Possession arrow is Waverly's. Trey's going to find the official and know the count. Know if he's got a count on him, he's going to be able to break it.
Waverly by 2 with the ball. 1 minute left. Robertson trying to continually break that count, and he draws a foul here from Saunders with 53.6 left.
McClain's got to do, there's going to be a timeout by Coach Stewart here. going to be a full timeout for McClain.
We'll keep it here with 53.6 left.
I mean, for McClain, you got to do what you can to get the ball out of Trey Robertson's hands. Mark Stolly is 2 for 2 at the line. Will Futhy is 1 for 3. Now, Trey has not attempted a free throw attempt tonight, but I would think you'd want to try to get it out of his hands and make someone else, A, handle the ball, and then B, make the free throws. And on the other end, Waverly's only got 1 foul. So with only 1 foul, they're going to be able to really play hard defense. They can give up some fouls. Braylon Robertson does have 3 fouls, but
with 53.6 left, I don't know that matters a whole lot. I guess right now the good news is that McClain would force free throws with their next foul.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to be in this situation with only 1 foul on the board.
Right.
Have to get it up to the bonus.
I'll tell you what, if I'm McClain, I'm doing what I can to foul Will Futhy, not because of his free throw shooting, but so he can't
get him away from the rim.
Yeah, so he can't offensive rebound.
Many of the fans here at the Convo on their feet for the final 53.6. I think McClain trying to get a foul call there. Had to work for it. They'll send Trey Robertson to the line with 49.6 left.
Yeah, here you're really going to need Wise and Wright to really combo, get Will Futhy out here.
Too strong. So McClain down by 2 with 42 seconds.
A lot of seniors on the court. So
you play for the last shot here unless you get something wide open?
I think you got to just keep trying to get to the basket.
Tony trying to get to the rim. He does. Ties it with the left hand. 41 all.
And now you just got to play great defense. If I'm McClain, I'm sending somebody else at Trey here late, trying to make him get rid of the ball. Make someone else beat you.
Waverly will take a timeout with 14.9 left. 41-41. Why wouldn't we be tied this late? It's been tied at the end of every quarter break. 13 all after 1, 21 all at half. And now 41 all here with 14.9 seconds left in regulation.
Yeah, like I was saying, if you're McClain, you want to do what you can to keep the ball out of Trey Robertson's hands. I would double him on the inbounds. I mean, just try to make sure someone else has to beat you besides him. And I think if you're Waverly, you don't ideally want to shoot with a lot of time left, but why not?
Yeah.
I mean, you have a great chance to get the offensive board, so you put up a shot with, let's say, 5 seconds left. You miss it, okay. Well, I'll take my chances with Will Futhy going and getting an offensive rebound.
Yeah.
Because also, you can get a foul there because you only got the 1 foul. So for Waverly, I think you don't wait until the last second here if you want to because you got Trey Robertson. I completely understand that, but I think
Futhy's been the guy tonight, though.
Yeah.
Incredible performance tonight. 17 points, 15 rebounds. At least half of those on the offensive end. On a night where Waverly hasn't shot the basketball well, Futhy's offensive boards and putbacks have made the difference to have Waverly tied at 41 with McClain here with 14.9 left, and Waverly with the basketball out of the timeout. It'll be Braylon Robertson to inbound. And Trey Robertson takes the pass. Clock down to 10. Robertson working on a double team. 6, 5, 4 to the basket. Up and in. An offensive foul. They called an offensive foul on Trey Robertson. Take the basket off the board.
Braden Wright takes another charge. He was there waiting. It's a tough call. It's the right call. He's there waiting. Really
you can't officiate with what the situation is.
Yes.
a tough call, but
Full timeout.
half of this place is ecstatic, half of this place is livid.
Yeah, I mean, right there, he drives to his left where he breaks out of the double team. Does a great job of breaking out of the double team. Goes down baseline. Braden Wright slides over. And the pressure by Saunders was not going to allow Trey to jump stop like he had been throughout the game. Just, great defensive play.
Yeah, and Trey was kind of off balance a little bit, working off the defender that had kind of ridden him all the way down to the block anyway, which probably contributed to that, saying that, maybe if you're under control a little more underneath, you let that go. But Trey was a little off balance already.
Yeah, and this place is so loud you couldn't hear the whistle.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I noticed from McClain, this is their last timeout. I would guess Waverly will probably call a timeout to counter here. But Evan Miskell, who hasn't taken a shot tonight, is their best shooter from the outside, has checked into the game. He's a senior. If he's open, he's a guy who can definitely knock down shots.
McClain has to go the length of the floor, 2.9 seconds. Baseball pass. They get the catch and taken away by Penn Morrison. Will go to overtime.
We've got overtime.
So we have been tied at the end of every quarter tonight. 13-13, 21-21, 29-29, and 41-41. We'll need extra time to settle this one. They'll put a new 4 minutes up on the clock.
Yeah, each team gets one more timeout, which means Waverly's got 3 and Waverly's got 3 timeouts and McClain's got 1.
Again, the charge down low. It looked like Robertson had put Waverly in front just shy of the buzzer with less than 3 seconds left on a drive to the basket. But was called for an offensive foul. They kept this thing tied at 41. And here we are getting set to start. Some of the players for both of these teams have talked about, this could be my last basketball game ever. And so leaving it all on the floor, certainly here, trying to get at least one more game.
Yeah, and you've got some great athletes out there that are going to continue their athletic careers in other sports, but this could be it on the basketball court. So they're going to lay it all on the line. This last 4 minutes as well.
Badgley and Futhy, and Waverly will get first possession.
Backdoor.
Stoley, backdoor for Trey Robertson, and that one goes.
That has been there all night. If they've seen it, sometimes they haven't. Robertson with a tough layup as well.
18 now for Trey Robertson, leads all scorers. He's had some big baskets tonight.
It's a long two.
Long two, short off the side of the rim. Great effort to go get it and knock it back in.
By Badgley.
Following his own shot. Saunders will reset out front. 3:15 left in this overtime. Waverly by 2.
Yeah, Waverly has slowed it, or McClain has slowed this pace down, but has not bothered Waverly very much at all.
Tony back out front. Saunders will have a look at it. Working on Bryson Robertson. The shot too strong. And the rebound in the corner, pulled in by Stully for Waverly.
Yeah, Waverly will take their time. I'll look for them to get something nice here as they're going to spread the floor. Trying to let Trey go to work. He's going to get the shot he wants here.
Waverly by 2, 2.5 left in this overtime. With the basketball. Trey Robertson with the difference right now on the drive to the basket to start overtime. Working on Saunders, taking his time.
Throwing his head back a little bit, seeing if he can get the foul.
Almost lost the handle, and he
Yeah.
draws the foul as Saunders saw that ball knock loose and just couldn't hold himself back from trying to go around Robertson.
And Trey's probably lucky he got that foul called right there, because it would have been a double dribble. But the double dribble comes from the foul.
Robertson at the line with 18 points. 1 for 2 at the free throw line, now 2 for 3. Get the bonus opportunity here. Looking for point number 20. Saunders with 4 fouls now. Got them both. 20 for Trey Robertson.
And you think with Trey with 20 that maybe Saunders hasn't played great defense, but he's been outstanding on him all night.
Yeah, he's had to work for every single one of those. Trey Robertson with 20 on the heels of back-to-back 30-point performances. Stoley gets the turnover as Tony lost the handle. A couple extra passes for Waverly there, and Trey Robertson will bring it back out front. Use some more of that clock. Trying to draw contact. He'd be more than happy to go back to the free throw line.
I mean,
Badgley knocked it loose.
Now, Braylon Robinson is a good free throw shooter, but the second he gets that ball, you got to foul. I mean, you still have 1 foul in the 1-on-1. I think you foul whoever gets it here as soon as he touches it.
And they get Stoley. Badgley will pick up his 4th. 1:27 left in the overtime. Waverly by 4.
On that, Tony's got to go give that foul, because that's 4 now. 4 Badgley, 4 for Saunders. But if you okay, as I say, they did not have 2 people on Will Futhi for the box. That could have been bad, but Preston Saunders gets in there just before Mark Sully gets the ball.
Still just 1 in the bonus here. The next foul from McClain will bring 2 shots. And he gets the first. So Stoley with his 3rd point, all from the free throw line tonight. 3 for 3 at the line for Mark Stoley, who has handled the basketball a lot, but this has not been a night where he's been asked to score a lot of points. He's played his role well.
Played outstanding defense.
Too strong in the second one, trying to get the offensive rebound. And Seth Wise knifed through and was able to grab it. And a foul here as Penn Morrison was running down the lane on Bryson Badgley. I think McClain would rather trade the foul for that 3 that will not count for Bryson Badgley. 46-41, 5-point lead for Waverly. McClain has not scored in this overtime period.
And McClain's got to still look to attack the basket, as they get Wesley Potts back in as somebody that can do a little bit more inside on the offensive end.
Strong deny defense there from Waverly on the inbound, as Badgley was really having a hard time trying to find someone to get it to. And knocked it right back out of bounds, so he'll go back here to Preston Saunders, working on Stoley. He got the offensive foul.
And that's going to be it for Saunders.
So Saunders fouls out with 1:13 left in the overtime. He finishes with 7 points. And we just talked about Mark Stoley playing outstanding defense tonight for Waverly, and he comes up with a big play there to draw the charge.
Probably not a real comfortable place to draw that charge as he got the arm into the face. But if you're a hard-nosed defender, that happens from time to time.
1:13 left. Trey Robertson working it up the floor for Waverly. And Tony will commit the foul here to stop the clock with 1:07. And Trey Robertson with 2 shots upcoming, the 10th foul for McClain. And a chance to put this one further out of reach. Already a 5-point game.
Team is over the limit. At the line with a double bonus.
So Trey Robertson sitting on 20. He had 9 in the first half. He had nothing in the third quarter. And the first one rattles out on him here. He's at 11 here in the fourth quarter, has Trey Robertson. Second one on the way. That one's good. 21 now for the senior guard. Over 2,000 points in his career. Trey Robertson, the all-time leading scorer in Pike County history. Coming up big here late for Waverly. 6-point lead. Inside a minute to play. McClain needs a quick basket here. Long pass. And the 2 on the way goes down for Braden Wright. How about that shot?
Yeah.
Gotta have it, and Braden Wright makes his first field goal tonight.
Full timeout taken by McClain.
Yeah, a big shot by Braden Wright there. Good find by Bryson Badgley. It looked like Wright might have had a drive to the basket there, but takes the jump shot, saves a couple seconds instead of the drive to the basket. 45.9 left. They have the possession arrow, so I think you got to try to get a jump ball in your foul. Like, you're going to foul, but try to get a jump ball. See if you can get that, kind of steal possession. It's going to be tough for McClain to come back here, but we've seen stranger things. Especially, honestly, Waverly hasn't shot great from the line. So Robertson 3 for 5, Stolle is 3 for 4, Will Futhi 1 for 3.
Yeah, Waverly has brought up their shooting percentage throughout this second half. After a really slow start, they've gotten it up to nearly 41% from the field. McClain's still shooting 50% tonight. 40% from beyond the arc. Waverly just 19%. But again, you go back to Will Futhi with 15 rebounds tonight, 17 points. And again, the majority of those on second or third chance opportunities on the offensive end. Without the majority of those, this game is completely different. You can't say enough about the effort from Will Futhi tonight. Trey Robertson trying to push it up the floor.
Someone needs a foul.
Yeah,
there.
avoided the foul there. Clock runs down to 38.4. And Robertson back to the free throw line for 2 more.
Team is over the limit.
If there's ever been a quiet 21, it's what Trey's got tonight.
Yeah.
But he's just been really good overall. He's been really good on the defensive end. Hasn't shot well from 3, but he's done a good job getting to the basket.
Makes that one there at 22. He has just the 2 made threes. One early in the game and a big one here in this fourth quarter. Shot a bunch of free throws. And he gets them both here. 24 for Trey Robertson. And a 6-point lead with 35 seconds left. McClain's got to get one toward the basket in a hurry. Badgley working on Trey Robertson, and he got fouled.
They're called on the floor. That's a good foul.
Yeah, just the, fourth foul?
Yeah, 4th foul. They will get the ball on the baseline here. Sure, they've got a money play for a 3.
Inbound to Badgley. Robertson out to guard.
It's a foul.
Badgley fires the 3 and got fouled. Nearly made it. And he'll shoot 3 free throws here.
Trey Robertson with a foul, his
I've got McClain as 3 for 3 from the line tonight.
5th overall for the team.
Well, it should be easy to check. Yep, 3 for 3. Braden Wright made 2 in the first quarter, and Kendall Toney completed a 3-point play in the fourth quarter. So Badgley
Short.
off the front of the rim, and McClain badly needs points here with the clock stopped.
Yeah, Badgley with only 9 on the night.
Too strong on the second one. Both teams with outstanding seasons. One gets to move on to the Elite 8. As Badgley makes the 3rd to get him to 10 points tonight. Waverly quickly ahead. They lose it. Badgley comes away with it, and then he traveled. Trying to push it up the floor. I think he wanted to pass it and then changed his mind. He ended up carrying the basketball.
Yeah, I think he was trying to look ahead for Toney or Miskell, but Waverly was getting back in transition, so he knew the pass was going to be stolen. Someone's got a foul.
Robertson gets it away. Futhi now. And Waverly is going to be able to hang on to this. They will get another foul here as Robertson will head back to the line with 4.5 seconds left. But Waverly barring a unbelievable turn of events here, will be moving on to take on Heath Saturday here at the Convo at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, it would pretty much take some technicals. And I don't think Waverly's going to do that at this point.
So Waverly 4.5 seconds away from being one win from the state tournament.
And their schedule got them prepared for this. They really scheduled up, and it's paid off with a chance to take on a Heath team that beat them last year.
About Trey Robertson in the last three games, 30, 30, and 25 tonight. Kendall Toney will let one rip. And there's the final buzzer. Waverly beats McClain 50-44 in overtime in a game that was tied at the end of the first, the end of the second, the end of the third, and the end of regulation. Waverly able to get the win in overtime, 50-44, and the defensive effort from Waverly in the overtime holds McClain to just 3 points in that overtime period. Final scoring numbers unofficially tonight for McClain: 7 from Preston Saunders, 10 from Bryson Badgley, 7 from Seth Wise, 4 from Braden Wright, 14 from Kendall Toney, and 2 from Wesley Potts. For Waverly, obviously led by Trey Robertson, had a huge fourth quarter in overtime. Finishes with 25 points to lead all scorers. Big effort from Will Futhy tonight. He ends up with 17 points and 15 rebounds. 3 points from Mark Stully, 6 points from Braylon Robertson. And Waverly goes to 22-4 on the season, and they will move on to play a regional final against Heath on Saturday here at 4 o'clock. What a game.
Yeah, great game. Two great teams, a ton of seniors on the court. I mean, really, Hudson Kelly and Braylon Robertson for Waverly were the only two players that were not seniors that even made an appearance in the game. Just a fantastic high school basketball game. The two best D2 teams in the Southeast District this year proved it tonight. Only one team can win.
Yep.
These McClain Tigers have nothing to hang their heads about. Just a fantastic season for them. FAC champions, returning to the regionals.
District champion.
Yeah, district champions. Come up short, but this Waverly team was a team that we thought from the get-go was going to be one of the best teams in the state. They went out, they really upped their non-conference schedule, really challenged themselves, and it's paid off with a trip to the Elite Eight. Now, Saturday, they get to come back here. They'll have a big crowd again, maybe even bigger, because it's Saturday.
Yeah.
With being able to bring in their town and get even more support, and it should be rocking in here. A lot of orange mixed with the green seats. Heath with their orange and brown, and Waverly with their orange and black. Should be another tight game. Like we mentioned, Heath was the 7th seed out of the Central. Their losses this year were 7 losses by a combined 21 points. So Heath was battle tested throughout the year. They knocked off the 1 and 2 seeds in the Central District on their way here. They beat a very good Meadowbrook team today. That should be another great game here on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody who stuck with us here on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. We had some network issues here at the arena. We're going to try to upload the full broadcast that was recorded locally, so if you want to go back and watch it, you can do so. But again, Waverly moves on to the Elite Eight. It is 50-44 the final in overtime. Waverly over McClain. Thanks so much for watching. A big thank you to our sponsors, Willie & Son Trucking, Glockner Family of Dealerships, Roman Family Healthcare, and the folks at Waverly with the Waverly Tigers basketball team and all their sponsors from the postseason as well. That'll be it for us on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, I believe, this year. Big thank you to Tyler Hart for manning the camera for us tonight. DC Daly for running the computer and piping in, I think, maybe 1 or 2 words on the evening. My partner, John Bruce Jacob Wise, saying so long from the Convo in Athens. Again, Waverly moves on in overtime. They beat McClain 50-44, and they move on with a date against Heath on Saturday, 4 o'clock back here at the Convo. Again, thanks for watching on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health. Enjoy the rest of your night.